Got a little bit of money filling my pockets. Roll around like I run and shit. I got a system filled up with toxins. I've been broken hearted, now it's fuck that bitch. Getting how to deal with my problems. Fucking bitches getting drunk and shit, but these bitches getting obnoxious. It ain't nothing to me though, I love this shit. Go long days, longer nights, talk too much, the wrong advice. All the lights that call my life. Doctor, will you help me? Get me healthy, keep it low, that's where hell be. Ain't shit you can tell me now. Fuck this rap shit, but I'm selling out. Ooh shit, my new bitch, you jealous now. Smoking weed at the crib, watching Belly now. All the pain that they causing, like fuck it, we ballin' out, everything straight. You feeling the feeling, I'm chillin', just living, I'm getting away. Conversations we having, I'm getting through static, too much on my plate. Lord, I need me a break. But I'll be good by the weekend. Yeah. I'll be good by the weekend. Yeah. Everything good by the weekend. Yeah. Everything will be good by the weekend. By the weekend. We going out tonight. Yeah, we going out tonight. Like fuck it. We going out tonight. Yeah, we going out tonight. Fuck it. We going out tonight. Yeah, we going out tonight. It's a weekend. We going out tonight. Yeah, we going out tonight. It's a weekend. I've been having trouble sleeping. Battling these demons, wondering what's the thing that keeps me breathing. Is it money, fame, or neither? I've been thinking about the places that I frequent, all the people that I see. I'm tired of living decent. What do it mean to be a G? Yeah, and all the time we fall behind. Bitches in the concubine, I call them mine. Crazy, and God is I make water, wine, pause, and time is coming. They often hate me. Never will I walk in line, I cross the T's and dot the I's. Wondering how I got this high. Fell asleep and forgot to die, goddamn. I'm popping them downers and drinking them pounders. Faded, get it over the counter. I'm stuck on the browser like how did I make it? This bitch that don't know me, this shit is so lonely until she get naked. Don't even know what the day is. But I'll be good by the weekend. Yeah, I'll be good by the weekend. Yeah. Everything good by the weekend. Yeah. Everything will be good by the weekend. By the weekend.
Mondays I think of you, but I ain't tripping on it. Tuesdays I'm hitting, gotta get my hands up on ya. Wednesdays I'm lit with you, you know you're staying over. Thursdays I'm sick of you, I got to get rid of you. 'Cause Fridays are always the start of the time of my life. Alright, when I get faded, you hate it, but baby, it's gonna be alright. Alright.
Chill, Scotty, chill, make it rain on these niggas. Show you crack.
Yeah, I'm in this bitch with terror. Got a head full of stacks, better grab an umbrella. I make it right, I make it right. I'm in this bitch with terror. Got a head full of stacks, better grab an umbrella. I make it right, I make it right. Make it rain on them hoes, I make it right, I make it right. I make it rain on them hoes, I make it right, I make it right. I make it rain on them hoes, I make it right, I make it right. I make it rain on them hoes.
What is good stream? We are back for another East Coast Dirtbags Racing League stream here in the What's the Wheel Wheel to Wheel Studios. I am joined today not by Beverage, but by a fellow East Coast Dirtbags Racing rider, and that is GOAT of the East Coast Dirtbags, my man. Can I get a what's up?
What's up, man? Happy to be here. Thank you for having me in the booth, getting us dialed in here, ready for some DILLA tonight, boys.
Yes,
Let's get
sir.
this popping. Let's get this rolling, man. We are happy to be here. Happy to have some great racing going on.
Yes, sir. Almost didn't make it to this stream. Was able to sit down, lock everything in, have GOAT sub in for Bev, and we're ready. So, I'm finishing up eating my dinner. I apologize. But, anyways, I should say. You ready to hop over to these quality times?
Yes, sir. Let's get popping, man.
All right. We'll pan over real quick. We got Reed, of course, in the first place. Your points lead. No surprise out front. We forgot to change the bikes up. I completely apologize about that. So everybody is on the wrong bike. We are all over the place tonight. But Reed in first on the KTM. We already know that. Johnny of the Trackheiser Media team coming in with a solid second on the KTM as well with a 212.462. Big Fluffy Chicken, I believe, is going to be on the Husky tonight. running through with a 214.163. Turbo right behind him on the KTM with a 214.180. Viking, thank you for the gifted sub, you goat. Forgot to mention that. Brandon Wolf, I'm guessing going to be on the Yami tonight. The Blue Chew Yami with a 214.906. Jay Soon, what are the East Coast Dirtbag boys on tonight?
You know what? Yamaha. Should be Yamaha.
Alright, I was going to say, you guys have been switching it up pretty frequently, so it's been messing me up. But Jay Soon probably on the Yami tonight with a 215.358. Excuse me. Following up right behind him, Jenkins with a 217.393. Shout out the Hustle Racing boys. Kira behind him in the 8th place spot with a 219.065. Trippa Snippa in the 9th with a 219.885. And Ethan W bringing up the rear to finish out your top 10 with a 220.555. Come on, Ethan W. Pick it up a little bit, my brother. But
that man is giving them the reach around at the moment coming up the back.
Yes, sir. On God. Couldn't have said it better myself. But let's pan over, get back to the booth. We'll start booting in for this Moto #1 here at the DILLA. How are you feeling today, though, Go? How was your fine Tuesday been?
Today was probably one of the most Monday-est Tuesdays of my life. Okay. Work was absolute hell. Yep. But hey, we all work so we can all sit here, spend money on video games to play this damn game. So happy to be here. Happy to finish the night off after a shitty day of work.
Yes,
happy to be in the booth with you. It's gonna be a blast.
Yes, sir. I'm ready, but we got. All right, let's check back in with chat real quick. I'm ready for some racing as well. Cannot forget to say that, but let's check in with chat real quick. I'm watching. I'll let you know how he does to Severs. Shout out Severs for tuning into the chat, saying what's up. Saucy's already in here. Sharp. How long does it time out somebody? How long does it time out? Last time I timed someone out, usually like 10 minutes. That's what I usually do for it. But Vendor, welcome back, Vendor. Appreciate you tuning into the stream, my boy. And then Goat looking good says Skeet Beezy. Shout out Skeet Beezy in the chat.
Man, I even had to figure out a new tool to get my horns all nice and shiny for to the night. Got the whole coat brushed out. We're looking good, man.
Yes, sir. Got that fresh bath. He's ready, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
But we're booting into the server. How was your sat, Jake? Oh, yeah, about that. Yeah, Michigan got their ass beat by Texas. So I was laying in bed, head down. I was in fetal position, crying that night. Don't need to talk about that. But we want a timeout, and I'll double it. Shout out Shifty, Saucy coming in saying "Goat get naked" already, bro.
Who says I'm already not? Y'all can't see me.
Exactly, bro. W Texas, L Texas. We don't need to bring that up. Horns down from me from here on out. Sharp. Whoa. I should not say that. Fuck you, Saucy.
But yeah, it's going crazy in the chat already.
Yeah.
Start going crazy already.
Right.
Oh God, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine giving that man a mod roll.
Yeah, no. I'm not giving Saucy mod. No, he has asked multiple times. Every time me and Bev immediately go no.
But first, Jake, I don't want you to do anything. But first, I want to see who in chat is taking bets for when Jake's headset's about to die.
Hey. Let me check what level it's at right now. It's at yellow. So we're chilling for right now. We might make it, but we'll see. I think I deserve that mod, if anything. That is true. Viking has been showing out for almost every stream. And gifting subs, so that man did earn it. But we are already in this server, so we'll get this music timed or paused, and we will pan over. See how these boys are looking as soon as I get the names pulled up, because I always forget that it fucking takes the names off.
Yeah, that drives me nuts. I forget half the time, and it just does not work out well.
Yep, that's how it always goes. But pan back over real quick. Hop in the free roam. Plug the controller in. Do not want to plug in. There we go.
And actually, I lied. My man Jay Soon is on the KTM tonight.
Oh, see?
I can't even keep him straight at this point.
Alright, now the controller wants to work. I was about to say, if I was about to have no controller for this whole stream, I was about to lose it. But we'll get in here. Oh, and as soon as I get up, as soon as I get my shit working, I can't even look at the kits. But take a little peek at the line. On it. Yes, sir. Got Sharp in the Bills gear. Mango, the 223 PR team, looking fresh. Who else is out there tonight? We got Ethan W. rocking the Wheel to Wheel Studios gear for Redbud. Shout out Ethan W. But who else do we got? Dirt, the West Coast Performance Team stunting. Vendor, welcome back. Man of the RDX West Coast Performance Team. Shell, 89 right there. And then Jay Soon on the last end right there. And we're getting ready. Oh, we already got somebody disqualified, so we got to reset.
Oh, man.
Make sure you guys get on the gate.
That's unfortunate. Sometimes it's the game's fault, but at other times, some people just can't resist the urge to hit that gate first.
Oh, shit. We already got somebody timing people out in the chat. We gotta time Sharp Saucy out already. God damn it. But who do you got for this Moto #1 here at the DILLA, Mr. Goat?
Oh man, it'll be really hard to go against the man Reed being 2 seconds up on his quali time against everybody else. But I'm gonna say for my whole shot, I'm gonna actually go with my teammate Cam.
All right.
He's on he's got a decent gate pick here. I think it'll do good for him. If Cam can do anything for me, man, get me that whole shot.
All right, sounds good. As the revs are up here at Unadilla for Moto #1 of this A-Class East Coast Dirtbag Series. And the gate is down as it looks like Ethan W has a great jump out front with Reed. Both these boys battling it out front. Shout out that he wants the wheel-to-wheel rider out front with Reed, one of the best riders out here for the East Coast Dirtbag Series. As we come around the corner, it is still Reed out front. Ethan W sitting in the 3rd place spot. Who is right behind him? Johnny of the Track Hazard Media team, as well as Vendor of the RDX West Coast Performance team. And these boys are flying
Turbo.
through. Oh, Turbo just went down
at the finish. T-Quail does a front flip over him, it looks like.
And it is looking like it is still Reed out front pushing that bike. Johnny of the Track Hazard Media team sitting comfortably in a 2nd place spot. Right behind him is one of our returning riders, Vendor of the RDX West Coast Performance team, riding it out in the A-Class. Goes off the track though, not able to keep up with Sharp as he's going to allow Ethan W back out in front of him. Brandon Wolf right behind him, and Shell 89 is in there as Ethan W gets into it with Vendor. Vendor holds on to it, able to stay on 2 wheels, but Ethan W slides off the track, and he is down for the count, ladies and gentlemen. But, oh, checking back out front, Johnny is right on the tail of Reed right now, looking to make a pass on the West Side Racing KTM out front. That Track Hazard Media team ride is showing out for that man Severs as he looks like he went down up the jump.
Yeah, Johnny's taking a swim in the pond right now. Had to clean his bike off after that start, I guess. Unfortunate for the Track Hazard Media rider, Johnny.
Yeah, I know Severs was about to go crazy in chat, but Johnny going off in his back with Fergs and Shell back, as well as Turbo, one of your main leaders out here in the middle of the pack. Buried deep about in the 7th and I'd say 7th and 6th place. A Shell takes a big spill as well. That's going to drop him back a few places as well. But checking back out front one more time, it is Reed sitting in the 1st place spot. Vendor making his return race to the East Coast Dirtbag Series and is sitting in a solid 2nd place, rocking the 420. Oh my God, I'm burping. Woo! That lemonade is getting to me, but solid 2nd place for that man Vendor returning. But as we check back in, it's looking like it's Big Fluffy Chicken, the BFC man himself, sitting in a 3rd place spot right in front of, is that Johnny right there? It is Johnny in the 4th place spot now. Brandon Wolf behind them, buried with Mango and Ernie Funk. Oh my God, they're all over the track. We got one of our top contenders sitting buried in 12th right now. Reed always out front. Newcomer Vendor coming in, sitting only 4 seconds now behind Reed. Big Fluffy Chicken having another great race coming out here in a podium with Johnny building on him, though, as well.
And we know Big Fluffy Chicken, he may not be the fastest guy out there, but he is definitely one of the most consistent guys.
Yes,
so
sir. As we check back in, Johnny
flying.
Ass over apple cart behind him. Big Fluffy Chicken able to hold the line. Like we said, Mr. Consistent staying out here out front like he usually does. Like you were saying, Goat, doesn't have the speed like these guys Reed or maybe Turbo out front, but does have that consistency. He can somehow always pull out and stay on 2 wheels. So, it's just all about consistency with this man. That's what had him have this red plate out in the beginning of this year, was just literal straight consistency. Reed wasn't putting down consistent laps. Turbo wasn't putting down consistent laps, and that would allow Big Fluffy Chicken to just pull out in front of these guys. As he smacks the SpongeBob. Holy cow. Taking a little trip to the Krusty Krab.
Our man Turbo just sent Sharp flying.
Oh, as Trippa Snippa
goes down and right in front of Turbo's, picks up 2 spots very easily there as Johnny is hawking down Turbo now too.
Yes, sir. I'm getting a bite of the Chick-fil-A real quick.
And of course my man Cam did not come through with the whole shot by any means. I should have known better than put my faith in my man Cam.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was a great shot in the dark.
Right. If that would have hit, that would have been wild.
Yeah, that's like I was gonna say, if that hit, you might as well take your ass to the casino, put all your money on green.
Oh, it's Turbo gets around Big Fluffy Chicken, and Big Fluffy Chicken's making some mistakes.
Yes, sir. Tuning back in. That man Turbo is back up into a podium spot now. Big Fluffy Chicken cuts to the inside, almost takes out Turbo, but Turbo's gonna get a great jump, slingshot engaged around the outside, and he's gonna hold on to that 3rd place spot.
Now, I was talking with Reed earlier tonight. He was ready for this brutal track tonight. He's, happy to be. I know how much he hates the MXGP track, so he's happy we're running US only. But he was saying how if Reed goes 1-1 today, then he does not have to win the next races, even if Turbo is to win the next 2. So we figured Reed was going to just be absolutely flying out here tonight.
Yes, sir.
As he does, all the time. A great rider, great guy. But yeah, we knew he was going to turn the jets on for tonight just to make his, speak it into his existence, as I like to say.
Yes, sir. I was going to say Reed was going to be my pick. He called me out last week for not picking him enough, so this was going to be my week to pick him since Beverage is gone. And didn't get to say it, but Reed was going to be my pick for this Moto number 1 coming out here. And he has proven why he has earned our choices as picks, because he is just putting in the work. Still has only about 7 seconds on that man Vendor, who is right behind him, but still, great ride once again from Reed, pulling it out, getting a great start. I don't think I've ever seen this man, when he doesn't get a whole shot, not take 1st place. So, he is always able to push the bike and able to do it. I don't know, I might be wrong with that, but I swear almost every time I see this man out front with a whole shot, he is taking home a 1st place position.
Yeah, I definitely think it's safe to say. I was trying to think through CCRL. But, man, I think even there, if he gets the whole shot, he's gone. Mm-hmm. But I want to shout out real quick, our man T-Quail, he is out there on a 125 right now.
What is he?
I kept hearing it, and I couldn't figure out who it is. And then I finally caught a glimpse of him and heard it at the same time. As he is just battling Jay-Soon right now. Unfortunately, not a great race for him.
I don't know why these DJ Design Boys bikes didn't work either, but that's a little bit of a bummer. Can't see them on stream, but they look like they're flying through on that 2-stroke. Is crazy though. I can't believe he whipped it out, bruh. But I was gonna say I'll go through, double check what we got, but still checking back out front one more time. It is of course Reed. We'll run through the list. 2nd place is the West Coast Performance ride of Vendor, sitting in the 2nd place spot. Turbo has built his way up from being buried in the middle of the pack. He's now up into a podium position, about 1 second ahead of Big Fluffy Chicken in the 4th, who he took that position away from. Johnny of the Track Hazard Media Team right behind him in that 5th place spot, followed up by Brandon Wolf in the 6th. These 3rd through 6th place spots are all within like 3 to 4 seconds of each rider out in front of them. And even like the guys behind them, Trippa, Snippa, and Sharp, these guys are all within a few seconds, as well as Jimmy of the East Coast Dirtbags as well. Shout out Jimmy, host with the most. The FXR kits are fire though.
Yeah, Jason picked out this kit for us this week. Jimmy's given us the liberty of picking our kits every week for this series. And this kit was definitely, I wanted to save this one for the last round because this one is definitely one of my favorites that our man Jimmy has gotten for us. I can't remember if they came from Spuddy or where exactly they came from. So I'm going to give the props to Jimmy right now for them. So if somebody else made them, I'm sorry. I don't know. But I was going to save it for the last round because that kit is absolutely fire, especially with that floral helmet.
Yep, I love the purple and orange. Looking fly as always. But running through a little bit more of the list, want to get everybody a little bit of screen time. Dirt of the West Coast Performance Team sitting in the 11th place spot. Shell 89 sitting in the 12th. Fergs in the 13th. Jenkins in the 14th. Where is Ethan W? That's what I was wondering running through this. But Cam of the East Coast Dirtbag sitting 14th. Ernie Funk in the 15th. Jenkins sitting 16th on the standings, but is looking like he is almost goes off the track. He is a little bit behind that man Fergs, but right behind him, Loxy of the KWS FXR team, one of our newcomers as well. Cura in the 18th spot. Jaysoon in the 19th, and looking like Lagan is in the 20th. Well, now he's moved up. He's battling up with Cam, so he's moved up almost to the 15th, but might have a few cuts. And then in the last place position is that man T-Quail, the DJ Designs team, flying through on the 125.
He may be last on the track right now, but he is definitely first in my heart for pulling that 125 out.
I swear, dude.
Absolutely struggling just to clear some of these jumps. That man is just fighting the world and keeping that thing pinned across this whole crazy track.
He is flying right now.
And you're not going to believe this. I just got handed chicken wings from a giant dinosaur.
Oh, no way, bro. You got chicken dino nuggies?
No, they're from a pizza place, but apparently my fiance thought it'd be a great idea to put on a dinosaur blow-up costume at the moment.
Oh.
So I'm a little confused at the moment.
Wife coming in. She thinks she was on camera?
I don't know. I don't think she's doing too much thinking right now, to be completely honest with you.
Hey, shout out wifey coming through and bringing you some of that good stuff.
Right. We had to get back in here. Turbo up to second.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I wonder. I'm gonna check some lap times here and see what kind of lap times we are running at the moment for these guys.
Hook these boys up real quick.
So our man Reed, his last lap was his best lap of a 2:12.742. So a little bit off of his quality time. Our man Turbo, best lap of a 2:12.89. So running all his turbo goes.
Yep. I was just about to say that man Vendor is coming in hot, and he's gonna fly past Turbo and steal away that second place position once again. He's lagging all over. And he's wearing the Loretta Lynn's jersey right now out here. So.
Man didn't know what race he was showing up to. He just knew he was racing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, screw it, bro. Throw on the Loretta Lynn's jersey. We're riding.
Yes, sir. Hey, you make it to Loretta's, man. You got to be proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a battle.
Exactly. But
trying to click through to see if there's any battles. We got Cam and Fergs going at it at the moment.
As Cam goes down, though. Fergs is gonna get by him. Jenkins of the Hustle Racing Team flying through. Mr. Aaron himself in the OSU gear. Fuck Ohio State. But to continue through the list, who's right behind Jenkins? Where is he at? Stovepipe! In the middle of the race, bro. Thank you for gifting 5 subs, bro. You're a goat.
The man McStovepipe, the man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, God. Need to get this man back in the booth for another time around.
Yes, sir. Keeping your seat warm for you, McStovepipe.
Yes, sir. And then do you think we can get a cut check or see how many cuts a few of these boys got out front?
Try to figure out how to do. Yeah.
I was gonna say
here if I can remember how. Penalties. There we are. So it's looking like Reed does not have any.
That's surprising.
I know the cuts on this track are brutal, and our man Reed does not have a single cut. Big Fluffy Chicken only has 2 seconds. Our man Turbo has multiple.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
My man Turbo is not looking good.
But he is building on that rear tire. Cooley coming in with another 5. Thank you, Cooley. In the middle of the race as Turbo gets a great jump in front of Vendor. Vendor almost lays it down, but he's able to stay on it. Turbo just hops in front of him, is going to snag away that second place position from Vendor of the West Coast Performance team.
Turbo just wanted him to check out his drain plug real quick, make sure it was still in there.
Yeah, I was going to say, he threw it back real quick in his face. Pause. Pause. But
hey, if we can make it on SMX.com like 10 different times tonight, that's a win in my book.
No, yeah, exactly. We just gotta start clip farming for SMX.com.
Right. Hopefully our man DJ is out there getting them at the moment.
Yeah, sure.
But,
I was gonna say.
But I saw in chat that Ethan W's computer had crashed.
Oh, yep.
That's
Walmart.
why he is not.
Shout out to Walmart pre-built coming through, and Ethan W is gonna lag out of this race as Lagan retires out as well. RIP.
Hopefully nothing wrong with him. It sucks to see because every position out here is getting points.
Yep,
so
exactly.
We try to tell everybody, do not retire. Even if you're that pissed off, sit off of the track somewhere and just finish the race.
Yeah, get as much points as you can. You might as well. There's no reason to fly out, but checking back in with the race one more time. Johnny of the Track Hazard Media team is just building on Big Fluffy Chicken right now. Mr. Consistent has one of our speedier guys out here tonight right on his rear fender and is trying to battle him off as Johnny goes off the track a little bit, trying to follow Big Fluffy's line. Able to stay on it, but gonna give a little bit of lee room to the chicken. They both dive to the inside. Johnny gets another great jump. They go side by side. Johnny's got the inside, flying through. Oh, no, Johnny's got the outside. Thought it was a left turn. My apologies. But Johnny flying in and is going to get a great jump through a few of the rollers and is going to slide up into that 4th place spot just in front of Big Fluffy Chicken. Shout out to Track Hazard Media boys flying through. Seaver's not able to be in the chat tonight, but I know he's going to be hyped watching the replay. I lost my words right there. Holy cow.
But I feel like Johnny and Big Fluffy Chicken is that Johnny's the new, up-and-comer young kid, and Big Fluffy Chicken's, the plus 30 vet telling him, you don't know how to ride, you didn't ride like us back in the day.
This is a Tomac, holy cow. Jet Lawrence. This is a Jet Lawrence, Eli Tomac type of riders right here.
It definitely is.
We got one of our faster guys out here with Johnny, and then we got Mr. Consistent, able to stay up in the lead no matter what. Big Fluffy Chicken. He somehow always has his name up here in the top 5 as he gets a little swervy up the hill, able to stay on 2 wheels. Big Fluffy Chicken holding on to it. Johnny still in that 4th place spot now. Brandon Wolf on that blue Chuyami sitting in the 6th place spot. Trippa Snippa in the 7th, Trippa Snippa's just right behind him. Jimmy of the East Coast Dirtbags sitting in the 8th. Sharp of the Hustle Racing team in the 9th. Dirt of the West Coast Performance team has jumped up in front of Jenkins, who is in the 11th place spot now. Shell in the 12th, battling with Mango right behind him, and Cura of the West Side Racing team. Right behind them, Fergs on the Cowie, the only green bike out here tonight, I think. And then Cam behind them, battling it out with Ernie Funk of the Slow Designs team. Shout out Ernie Funk. Jay Soon is just trudging along right now. Cam battling it out with him, but Jay Soon is trudging along right now and is just sitting buried in 18th right now. It hasn't been a good motocross season for Jay Soon. Just man who thrives in Supercross and hasn't been able to show that he can be dominant like he has been in those series. I think he has the potential. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, he definitely has the potential. Jason is an amazing guy. He spends so much time, we call it the sweatshop at him, just grinding out kits for bikes left and right.
Yeah.
We definitely think he got a little taken back. He didn't have as much time to play lately. The man's been going to school as well in college. He's talking about going back again, even though he's not done with his first major.
Fair enough.
So it hasn't had really much time to practice. He hasn't been a huge fan of these tracks this year, but he's been grinding some Supercross lately. So
right.
I think we'll expect to see him come back in Supercross and absolutely dominate this coming season.
Yes, sir. He is more of a Supercross man. Was not really ever a big motocross guy, I think I heard him say. So just looking to come in and dominate in Supercross like he has been in the past few years. So let's hope to see that out from the man Jay soon. Have him up in the booth up in the Supercross season. But checking back out front one more time, it is Reed with about almost a 25-second lead on Turbo, his title contender in the second place spot. And Reed, if he gets a great jump out front and he can just, or if he gets a great jump out front, we always see it from him. He always puts his head down, locks in, and just finishes out these races pushing his bike as always. This man always has at least a minimum 30-second lead on the rest of the field unless Turbo is right behind him. So Turbo was buried deep 12th in the pack, has made his way all the way back up to the second place position now, but is probably not going to have enough time to get at probably these 20 seconds back on Reed unless we see some major mistakes from the Westside Racing KTM.
Yeah, definitely. We all know in this game anything can happen, but for it to happen to a man like Reed, it's very, very slim.
Yep.
Unless there's a technical malfunction with his bike, something like that, like we have definitely seen before.
Check back in. Vender's down and gets into the back of Johnny of the Track Hazard Media team. Johnny goes down as well as Vender, but Vender is able to get up before him and hold on to that third place spot in front of Johnny.
He is just bouncing around.
Yeah,
Somebody's gonna check that man's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I was gonna say that man is all over the track, but is somehow still staying out front of these boys of the Track Hazard Media team. Johnny's still sitting behind. Oh, Big Fluffy Chicken just made the pass on Johnny as he makes another mistake. Big Fluffy Chicken jumping back up to fourth on the track now.
That BFC putting in work.
Yes, sir. Shout out BFC. BFC with bike of the night. It might have to be. The new Big Fluffy Chicken bike flying in is kind of fire. I can't even lie.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's fly. I can't see his numbers on the bag. That's my only problem with his new kit is I can't see the numbers. So
we'll have to get that into the sweatshop and figure that out there.
I was about to say, call Jay soon. I'm back for the race. But
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, checking back through the rest of the list real quick. Brandon Wolf sitting in the 6th place spot right in front of Jimmy of the East Coast Dirtbag. Solid top 10 from the host with the most. Sharp right behind him in the 9th, battling it out with his teammate Jenkins for the 10th place spot right now. Both the football gears flying through right now. Woo! Them Hustle Racing boys always looking fly too. I can't lie. I got Jenkins cooking me up a kit too. So we got to stay tuned for that. Might have to make a debut in the C-Class once again as he smacks his teammate. Jenkins goes flying and Sharp's going to stay on 2 wheels. The 717 bike of Sharp is on there as he throws a little hangman off the jump.
There's probably some choice words going on in that voice chat right now.
Just fucking yelling. That's how it was in the AB one. I can't even lie. There's a lot of barking at each other, but checking through, Jay Soon now looking to get a few lines from Reed as he is still out front with about 25 seconds on Turbo. Big Fluffy Chicken battling it out right now just in front of Vender, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, unless Big Fluffy Chicken... Nope, Big Fluffy Chicken is just behind Vender. Vender is sitting in the 3rd place spot. But with cuts, I believe Vender is still in the 4th now in the standings.
Yeah, Big Fluffy just went over the finish line there, and looks like he's still got Vender by 1 second.
He also has Johnny out in front of him too, but has still got him on cuts.
Man, I gotta check and see how many cuts this man has, because that is brutal.
Can we get a cut check on that man Vender and Johnny real quick?
Yes, sir. Let's see here. So it looks like Johnny has quite a few. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 laps of cuts, with 2 of them are 3 seconds.
Okay, yep, that would make sense.
And then our man Vender with 7 laps of cuts as well, with multiple of them being 2 seconds each.
Okay, that makes sense. Vender is just flying right now. Brandon Wolf just behind Vender as well now. That Blue Chew Yami putting in some work and looking to steal away a top 3 position. I don't think we've had Brandon Wolf up here either.
I don't think so.
It's been a hot second since we've had him, so.
Yeah, it's definitely been a while since we've seen that man in the top 3.
Yes, sir. Dive into the inside. That SSR x BTR Yami putting in some work, trying to catch the RD x West Coast Performance team of Vendor. But I was gonna say RD is Reaper Doc, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's why Vendor's out here showing out in the A class. He's part of the Reaper Doc squad, so. As Johnny's down out front of these boys, gonna have to make the climb up the hill, and we know how MX Bikes is with these hills. As he's
hopefully he doesn't take anybody
down.
out with him.
Yeah, he's gotta go. He's gotta loop back around and get a good jump up the hill.
As I got my camera on Reed here as well, took a little dirt sample, but definitely wasn't big enough for Turbo to catch back up to him as we're on our last lap here.
As that Brandon Wolf must have a crazy amount of cuts as well too. It's looking like Big Fluffy Chicken's jumped up to the 3rd place now and is going to secure it. Unless Brandon Wolf can somehow get almost 8 seconds of cuts back on Big Fluffy Chicken. He's got to pray for a big crash from Mr. Consistent, which, I mean, like we said with Reed, it's almost slim to none.
Right.
So
if you ever wanted to bet on somebody crashing, Big Fluffy Chicken is not the one to do it with.
Exactly. I do know somebody. Ethan W. But checking back out front in this last lap here, about half a lap left. It is Reed still holding on to that lead. Turbo sitting 18 seconds behind him. Big Fluffy Chicken holding on to that 3rd. It's looking like Brandon Wolf took another soil sample and is going to be buried deep as he crosses, or Big Fluffy Chicken passes Vendor now on track and is now looking like he's going to secure that 3rd place spot. Vendor going down. Maybe a little bit of commentator's curse coming in, saying that he's part of Reaper Doc's squad, saying he should be flying, just goes down. So, Big Fluffy Chicken, Mr. Consistent, still going to hold on to that 3rd place spot. As we're coming into our few last corners here for Reed, flying through that red plate, showing out as he throws a fat wheelie down the straight.
Get that man out of here.
Yeah,
that's just...
that's a little disrespectful to the boys as he's flying through. Throwing a little fat. Got one more corner right here. So he takes it nice and smooth on the inside and is going to cross over to take your P1 here. Does a backflip over and is going to take your P1 here in Moto number 1 at DILLA.
Yeah, you definitely can't take anything from Reed.
Nope. Great ride overall as his 2nd place contender crosses over just behind him. 13 seconds. Gained almost 5 seconds on that last lap and is going to take away that 2nd place, or take that 2nd place home is Reed. Where is Big Fluffy Chicken? Big Fluffy Chicken is down still about almost 40 seconds behind these guys out front. So we've got some time.
Wow. We saw Brandon Wolf getting absolutely screwed and screw you, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was going to say the screw you just fricked him over, ladies and gentlemen. And he's going to be buried now behind Johnny of the Track Hazard Media team. But the BFC flying through on these last straightaways, has a good, comfortable lead, and is gonna secure your 3rd place here at Moto number 1 at the DILLA. The fucking DILLA.
Yes, sir.
As he crosses over.
Track is an amazing track to be at. I know it's not too great in this game right now, but the track is very fun. If you've never been, you gotta go.
Yes, sir. That is one of my dream tracks to go to. But Vendor is going to cross over now and is going to take your 4th place spot. Johnny of the Track Hazard Media team getting a little unlucky on that last lap is going to drop back to the 5th place spot. Brandon Wolf in the 6th. Trippa Snippa with a top 10 is going to come in with the 7th place spot. His teammate, of course, Reed, coming in the 1st place spot. And then we got the host with the most. Another solid performance. Top 10 finishing her out. And there goes Jimmy of the East Coast Dirtbags. Right behind him is it looks like it's just going to be Sharp flying through with Lapper T-Coil just behind him. Sharp coming in the 9th place spot, throwing a little taunt to that man. But right behind him is looking like it's going to be Shell 8-9 coming in to secure your final top 10 spot in Moto number 1 here at the DILLA. And there he goes. There go that man. As Dirt crosses over and is going to take away the... Oh, no, Jenkins is going to snag the... Oh, no, we're jumping all over right now. Mango is going to finish her out in the 11th place spot. Jenkins in the 12th. Dirt in the 13th. Bergs coming around is going to be your last finisher here for your first moto at Unadilla. Going to cross over for the 14th place spot. We'll round out the rest of them. Jay Soon of the East Coast Dirtbags, Ernie Funk, Cam of the East Coast Dirtbags, T Quail, the DJ Designs team. Then the retirees, we got Loxy, Kira, and Lagan, as well as Ethan W. And there we go. And that's going to be it for your moto number 1. How are you feeling about that, Mr. Goat?
Part of it was kind of as I expected with Reed and Turbo, but the other part of it was absolutely great racing. It was, awesome to see these guys out here. I know how tough this track is. We had already raced it in B class, and it was just absolutely brutal. It was not a fun time. So if anybody tonight says that they had fun, they're 100% lying.
Yep, I was gonna say that's how it usually goes, but let's see. Let's get some of these boys up here. See if we can add them in the chat. I mean, fucking, they should already know. These guys are top 3 almost every race. Or at least to finisher out. So we'll see if we can get them up in here. Big Fluffy, Turbo, and RMC. There we go. Get them up in here. BFC is already up in here. That man, I love Big Fluffy Chicken. He's always on top of it. Damn, I rode like Michigan played.
Oh, damn.
Hey, Aaron, I'm gonna grabbing the camera right here. All right, listen here, buddy. We've had almost 14 players leave to go to the draft. We lost our head coach, a bunch of our coaches. Give us some time. All right. We got to figure it out. Coming from the Ohio State fucking fan. God damn it.
Oh, man. Come on.
Me and Beverage already shit-talk each other enough, so I already got to take it from Aaron now. Excuses? That's crazy. All right. Jake, talk dirty up to us about your shitty Yoda. Come on, bro. It's not shitty.
I couldn't imagine being proud of Ohio. Not even the football team. Just the damn state in general. Ohio is a... I'm sorry if anybody in here is from Ohio. I'm a New Yorker guy myself. And I classify New York as a shithole, but god damn it, Ohio is just garbage.
Yeah, but since we got 2 of our guys in here right now, I don't know if we're gonna get Turbo up in here. We'll get the man who took 3rd tonight, and that is gonna be Big Fluffy Chicken in moto number 1. How are you feeling about that track, my man?
What's up, Jake? I'm actually feeling pretty good. I know I heard somebody say if they had a good time, they're lying, but I swear to God, I'm not lying.
You're actually enjoying the DILLA tonight.
For now, let's not be too hasty. Moto 1 was fun.
All right, sounds good. But hey, man, had a consistent race. Was battling it out throughout almost that whole race with Johnny, and I believe who else was out there with you? I believe Vendor.
Yeah, it was Johnny, Vendor, and Brandon Wolf and me. The 4 of us were just going back and forth the whole race.
That entire race, you guys were bouncing back and forth all over. But hey, Mr. Consistent coming through, able to snag away the 3rd place like usual. What were some of the keys in that moto number 1 for you?
Oh, for sure, just staying on 2 wheels. I only fell on the screw you 1 time, so that was also important.
All right,
but
there we go.
I mean, I put slow and steady on my bar pad to remember, and that's all it takes.
Sir.
Slow and steady, you stay up, you end up in 3rd because Turbo and Reed are completely on a different planet.
Yep, I was gonna say it's almost impossible to catch those guys unless you are getting a great jump from the start with them. But, hey, man, I mean, still a great performance out there. You battled your way up and able to snag a podium here in Moto number 1. Hopefully finish her out in Moto number 2 on the podium, too.
Yeah, we'll see. That's the goal.
All right, sounds good, man. Well, congratulations on the podium in Moto number 1. Hope to see you back up here in Moto number 2, my guy.
Thank you very much. Take care, guys.
Sir, you too. And there he goes. And we'll pull him up with the P1 in moto number 1. It was already going to be a given. It's Reed. How are you feeling, my man?
I'm feeling all right. Just had a good start and just rode away.
Yep, I was going to say you had Ethan W on your tail at the beginning of the track, but he's just not as consistent as you, man. But you were able to put up the speed, able to stay out front, stay on 2 wheels for the majority of the ride, and I mean, right away with that moto number 1. And what were some of the keys to that?
Well, first, Johnny was on me the first lap.
Yep, that's true.
Dude, Johnny was all over me. He was charging. I was like, I'm going to have to turn it up a little bit. But just stayed consistent. I didn't fall until like the last lap when I started messing around a little bit.
Yep.
But good race. Good start. I'll try to do it again.
Yes, sir. I try. Like it isn't going to happen. But is there anything you're really looking forward to for this moto number 2, or are you just looking to go out there and perform once again?
I'm looking to win. That's how I'm looking to do.
All right, sounds good.
I bet you $10 that if you do not go off of the gate until the last bike crosses the hole shot line,
No.
that you
No.
can
No. No
try
more
to make it interesting.
Yeah, give him a 5-second head start next race. Come on, Reed.
Yeah. I gotta thank the sponsors.
Oh,
WSR,
yeah. Hop up. Thank some of the
HSR.
guys.
SSW, the new one, DJ Designs.
Yeah, shout out.
Clutch. You see my kit? Like the kit?
I did peep it. It's looking good. Looking good, my man.
Looking good, the 911 kit. I made that one. I'm not gonna lie, I made that one in GIMP.
All right.
The boys watching, Slime, Maxwell, Sosha, shout out Sosha, and shout out the whole WSR team. Most of them are watching, like Shellboy and them. So
Yes,
in
sir.
perspective, shout out them.
Shout out those boys tuning in. We appreciate you guys, and appreciate you coming in, giving us a few words, my guy. Hope to see you up here. Probably gonna see you up here for or after the Moto number 2. But congratulations and good luck, my guy.
Yeah. I'll be back. And did you pick me?
I did. Actually, I didn't.
We did.
I didn't get time to say it in Moto number 1 because Gates had dropped already. But we were in like probably halfway through, and I was like, this was gonna be my pick for Moto number 1. But we'll have to see.
Who's your pick for Moto number 2?
We'll have to see when everybody gets lined up. I gotta make that decision, Reed.
All right.
Well, good luck, my man. Hope to see you
Thanks.
up here
You too.
again.
I'll be back. Don't worry about it.
All right.
He said he's making a date out of it.
Yes, sir. He's making it. He's getting up here. Beverage says I'm cooked. How are you cooked, Beverage? You're cooked because you're not in the stream room tonight. That's why, buddy. Gotta have people fill in for you. I got out of class early to get here and get this done, and you can't even do it, bro. Come on. Everybody, give Beverage an L. L Beverage.
Okay, this Beverage's seat over here is pretty comfortable.
I was gonna say he's got a pretty big ass print indented into it, so.
Yeah, getting pretty comfy over here.
W Jake L Bev on God. 30 seconds until we get into this Moto number 1. Or Moto number 2, I should say. I apologize.
That leftover Chick-fil-A got you feeling a type of way.
He said didn't get a shout out. Says Beverage. Yeah, it's because you ain't in here, bruh. SMH my head, bruh.
Man, this is a full-time job, Beverage. You know,
Yeah.
if you're gonna call out like this, man, I'm gonna need at least a 2 weeks notice.
Exactly, bruh. God, this motherfucker.
So I'm not gonna lie, part of me kind of hoped I love watching you on the stream. Don't get me wrong. Part of me was like, man, if he doesn't make it, and I'm like, am I gonna finally get to stream the ECDB race? No, got the best of both worlds. We got the WW or WTWS or whatever the hell your name to your studio.
Yep, WTW.
I got the studio and me streaming, so I'm happy.
Yep,
but
there we go.
Gate is on.
Yes, sir. As these boys are lining up for Moto number 2 at the DILLA. We got to take a quick peek at the boy Big Fluffy Chicken bike. The come and go bike is kind of hard. I think that might be my bike of the night.
Oh, 100%.
Come and go, Big Fluffy Chicken bike. Ernie Funk right there as well. Johnny of the Track Hazard Media team. T-Quill didn't get his bike to load in. I apologize, DJ. DJ's going to be on my ass for that. Jay Soon right there. Get one more little lineup through the gates. We got the boy Reed. We got the Hustle Racing boys. Who else is on the end right here? We got Vendor, we got Trippa Snippa Fergs, and Shell. As it's looking like we got our revs up here for Moto number 2 at the DILLA. As the gates are down. And you want to make a quick pick for your Moto number 2? Go.
I'm gonna let you have it this time.
All right. I'm going with Reed. As Reed gets killed out front by Trippa Snippa. I made the wrong choice. As Turbo is flying out front. Oh, what just happened?
Did the server drop? It did.
Did server drop? Or are we resetting?
I don't... Something is going on.
Uh-oh. Oh,
no,
man. Chat.
Somebody just saved Reed's life.
Somebody just saved Reed, bro. Oh, my God. We got a red flag. So, y'all just saved Reed's asses. I hope you guys know that. Oh, my God. I think that's one of the first starts I've ever seen Reed get fucked over. And he gets it reset for him. That is crazy.
Reed's paying somebody's
Big
pocket.
Stove Pipe says someone take Reed out again. Somebody get him. But I'll run it back on my pick again. I'll go with Reed, even though I'm kind of hoping for more of a closer race. So I kind of want to see him getting taken out. But I'll still go with Reed for my Moto number 2. Who are you feeling for your Moto number 2?
Just for the sake of hoping there's a battle, I hope Turbo gets him.
All right, sounds good. You're taking my spot in the debate. It's usually Beverage taking Reed, and I'm taking Turbo. So
I mean, realistically, if my man Jimmy or Jaysoon could do it,
all right.
I'd be really happy about that. But realistically, we're gonna go with our man Turbo.
All right, sounds good. As the revs are up for gate drop number 2, and gate is down here at the DILLA. Great jump for Reed out front as Turbo gets killed now. And they swap roles. Reed out front. Turbo getting killed off the start once again. And that's going to allow Reed out front. Vendor, Chippa Snippa, and Johnny out to lead it. Cam of the East Coast Dirtbag sitting in 4th now. Sharp right behind him as Cam goes off the track, able to stay on. He's still going to hold on to that 4th place spot. But we need to hop on over. Check out front. As it's Vendor leading the race. Reed gets into it with a SpongeBob.
Oh, Reed is getting taken out left and right back here.
Yes, sir.
Oh
my God.
Lands a 360. Dude had too much freestyle practice at the end of Moto 1, so he's doing it Moto 2 now.
Yep, there he goes. He's back with Sharp and Trippa Snipper right now in the deeply buried in the pack. That's gonna allow Vendor out front to take the lead. Who's the next person behind him? Where's the rest of the pack? It's Vendor and then Mango in the 2nd place spot. We got a great start for this Moto number 2. It's Vendor, Mango, and Jimmy sitting out front. You should have picked Jimmy. He's sitting out here in the 3rd now. Come on, you're throwing shade at the teammates. Jumping up to 2nd now in front of Mango.
Let's go, Jimmy.
Host with the most, jumping up to 2nd. Big Fluffy Chicken right behind him now in the 3rd. Turbo in the 5th. It's looking like just behind, I believe, who was that? Turbo right behind Mango now, but is going to get a great jump in there side by side. You got 2 battles to watch out for right now. It's Jimmy and Big Fluffy. And then we got, where is he? Reed? Or no, not Reed. Turbo. Turbo as he goes down already. Our 2 leaders are already down once again. Beverage making his call in the chat too, saying BFC. He wants the Fluffy Chicken.
Hey, I am perfectly
as Vendor gets screwed up, screw you. And here comes Jimmy and Big Fluffy. Jimmy gets a great jump through it and is going to ride out in 1st.
Let's go, Jimmy.
Jimmy of the East Coast Dirtbag sitting in 1st right in front of Vendor and the Fluffy Chicken. As Vendor gets a little slingshot engaged, goes around the outside. Gets a great jump on Jimmy. That Husqvarna having a little bit more push than the Yami. And he's going to jump back up to that 1st place spot. Jimmy still in the 2nd. Big Fluffy Chicken in the 3rd. Mango is buried behind these boys now, it's looking like. Who's behind him now? Reed with Jenkins. Where is the rest of our pack? Jimmy, there they are. Jimmy, Big Fluffy Chicken. Johnny in the 4th, it's looking like. Oh, is Vendor down? Vendor's down. That means we got the BFC out front. Jimmy and the BFC battling it out in the standings. It is BFC, but Jimmy has him on the track. Sitting in the 1st place spot. Right behind him, who is that? Big Fluffy Chicken, and then, oh, look who's coming. Look who's already made his way into the 3rd place spot, and that is Reed of the West Side Racing Team.
He better hope he's got some spare levers at the truck, because I feel like somebody is going to be trying to take them levers off of his bike.
Yep, I was going to say, as Jimmy tucks the front, goes ass over apple cart. That's going to allow Big Fluffy and Reed to ride away with it, as Reed is looking to build some momentum on the Fluffy Chicken himself and get up to that 1st place spot once again.
Spread them wings, brother, and fly.
Yes, sir. I was about to say, but like you were saying earlier, Reed is looking to steal away this 1-1 so he does not have to worry about Turbo in these next 2 races. He could take, I believe he said he could take 2nd or 3rd in the next 2 races if he takes 1-1 this time, and he could still hold on to this title.
Yes, he does.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's saying, he's telling Beverage in the chat telling Big Fluffy Chicken to take out Reed. as Reed's getting a great jump through the outside. Big Fluffy Chicken's going to have to jump behind him, and Reed's going to steal away your first place spot once again. God, what did we expect, bro? What did we expect?
It's
Reed gets a little swervy. I don't know how he stayed on two wheels, but is able to save it, and is going to allow Big Fluffy Chicken to jump back out front on him now.
Reed is probably not going to be happy about that one.
Beverage saying to make it interesting in the chat. We do got to make it a little interesting. Get a little Barsha action, Fluffy. Come on. I want to see it. I want to see it.
Or see if our man Timu Barsha Jimmy can make a run back up to him.
Yes, sir. Timu Barsha sitting, I believe, in fourth now. Is that Trippa in the third now? I believe that's what I'm reading. Trippa is up to the third place, or not third, I believe. Wait, is he? Am I tripping? Yeah, because it's Big Fluffy Chicken, then Reed, and then I believe it's Trippa. Yeah, it is Trippa, the teammate of Reed. These Westside Racing boys coming in first and third right now.
Hold on, did Reed?
Oh, Reed's almost past Big Fluffy Chicken once again. I thought he had already made the... Oh,
with
does
the
he have
standings?
Cuts?
I'm gonna have to check that out quick.
Can we get a few time checks real quick?
Let's see here.
I was about to say, Big Fluffy, 20 gifted to your Twitch channel.
Reed has 9 seconds of cuts.
Holy shit. Yeah, Big Fluffy, all he has to do, if he can follow these lines of Reed and just stay on that rear tire, he's got this P1, or not, well, would he take P1 for, no, well, it'd still be Reed taking the overall, but he could jump up to that second place spot in front of Turbo.
Right, that'd be a lot of points. That'd be a lot of points for him coming out of Moto 2.
Exactly. Great ride from the BFC himself, able to stay right on that rear tire of the WSR KTM, who has been flying this entire season. I mean, it's just been Reed and nobody else out front. Turbo has been able to keep up with him for a few races, but as we can see, Turbo just been dropping back these past few. And has just been sitting in a solid second place behind him in the standings. But, I mean, in this race for Moto number 2, he's buried in front of dirt right now. He's sitting, I believe, oh wow, 6 on track. I was about to say, I think he's behind a little bit, but he's just in front, or just behind the ride of Vendor, Jimmy, and Johnny right there. So he is building his way up to the top 3 or the top 5 position right now, and could be making his way up into a finish or probably a podium spot.
Turbo went down on Screw You.
Oh, did he already again?
Yeah, he just got back going.
That man, Big Fluffy Chicken, Turbo has just been not having a great night tonight. I mean, didn't even see him in the booth for his interview. Didn't even want to talk about his performance. So, I mean, we might see if we can get him up here for the overalls, but, I mean, yeah, it just might not have been his night tonight.
Like I said, man, this track is not fun. I still don't believe Big Fluffy Chicken.
I mean, if he's having a good time, he's sitting out second right now, technically in first with Reed on these cuts, so, I mean, shit.
He probably is having fun now.
Yeah, but practicing this track, I wouldn't have fun.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
But still, checking in one more time. We'll run through the pack. It is Reed out front on the track, but is sitting second in standings behind Big Fluffy Chicken, who is right behind him. Jimmy of the East Coast Dirtbags is just behind Vendor, but Vendor might have a bunch of cuts as well. Sitting in the 5th place spot in the standings. Jimmy in the sitting 3rd in the standings, but I believe 5th or 6th on the track, if I'm not mistaken. And then, yeah, Vendor 5th behind Trippa, who's, I mean, yeah, all of these guys out front must have a few cuts because they were thrown all over the standings, making us confused as Trippa lays the bike down. Vendor's going to fly by him now, and is going to take away that 4th place spot. But Jimmy, who is holding on to it, could have a podium in the bag if he can just stay on that rear tire of Trippa and just hold on, keep these cuts in check. I mean, we could see an East Coast Dirtbags podium. I mean, I want to see it. I do want to see it.
Definitely. It'd be nice to see one of my teammates back up here.
I have not seen an East Coast Dirtbags man up here, probably since last year's Supercross, so...
Yeah, definitely.
I want to get some words with these boys, get a few chats with them. But I mean, the way it's been looking, it's just not been looking too hot for Jimmy. His turbo is just right behind him now.
Oh my God! So Reed has 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 seconds of cuts now.
Holy shit! Yeah, I mean, Big Fluffy Chicken, like we say, he is Mr. Consistent. So if he could stay consistent on these 2 wheels and just stay on the rear tire of Reed, I mean, we got a P1 here in Moto number 2 for Big Fluffy. He's got the consistency to stay up with him. It's just the speed that's going to be in check, like we always say. He doesn't have the speed, but he has the consistency. So
yeah, our man Fluffy Chicken has 1 second of cuts at the moment.
Yep,
and that is it.
That's what we like to say. That's what we like to say. It consistency is key in MX bikes. We sound like Ricky Carmichael when we say it. It sounds obvious, but consistency is key. That is why Big Fluffy Chicken is sitting out front of Reed, who almost has probably about 4 or 5 seconds on him in the race right now. Staying consistent, keeping your cuts in check, and you are going to be able to perform. But
it also looks like our man Jimmy does not have. Oh, never. I spoke too soon. He just got 1 second of cuts.
There we go. But he is sitting right behind Turbo and Tripasnippa. How many cuts does Turbo have?
Let's see here. Turbo has quite a few. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 seconds of cuts.
All right, there you go. Now that makes sense. These boys are just all over the track.
Yeah, you can't even get off of just the cuts page because every single time somebody crosses the finish line, it's updating.
Viking says, "Good thing I'm consistent. Consistently a hazard." That's true. Doesn't matter if you're consistent in what, just as long as you're consistent.
Yes, sir. I always say, consistently suck, man. You know what you're getting week in, week out.
Agreed. That's why I'm scared to hop back on the track. I know it's just not gonna be pretty. The one race that I did in Supercross, I barely squeaked in by the hairs of my ass, so I don't want to talk about it. I had that locked in. I'm just getting flashbacks right now. I don't want to bring it up, but we'll keep on this race right now. Big Fluffy Chicken still holding on to a first place spot, but Reed is gaining some time on him, man. He is flying, so we could see 7 seconds gained by Reed in this last moto. We don't know. He's just been putting on a show in these past few races, so we could just see him take away this P1 again from Big Fluffy Chicken.
I don't think I could ever root for Big Fluffy Chicken as hard as I am right now.
Yep, me too. Me too. I'm praying for that man. Even though I have my pick out front right now, I want Big Fluffy Chicken to take the P1. I need some difference. I need some different standings. I need something a little different. I'm begging for it, Big Fluffy Chicken. I'm on my hands and knees. Pause.
Wasn't expecting that one, but alrighty.
Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Is that why Bev doesn't have a face cam?
Hey. He's supporting me from under the desk sometimes.
He's your secretary.
He's the Monica Lewinsky to my Bill Clinton, if you get what I mean. But checking in one more time. We'll run through the track. It is Reed out front, but is still sitting second in standings. Has gained so much time on Big Fluffy Chicken, and it's just, I don't even know what to say, man. It's almost the same thing every race. Reed just following through, able to jump up into a first place spot and ride away. And I mean, if he's able to pull away from the Big Fluffy Chicken, he's got another
Reed
P1,
goes down.
Oh, no way. Go, Big Fluffy! Go! Get a BFC! But Reed, not as consistent as the BFC, has now got him on his rear tire. Turbo has jumped up and is now in the 3rd place spot. 4th is Vendor, as the standings are evening out now. We're getting right where we used to be. Tripasnippa and Jimmy battling out for the 5th and 6th. Brandon Wolf and Jenkins right behind them for the, I believe, 7th and 8th, if I'm not right. Oh no, Johnny's out in front of Jimmy and Tripasnippa, so he's in the 5th place spot. We are all over the track, ladies and gentlemen. Cuts are coming into key as Big Fluffy Chicken's down. Up, screw you! No! Big Fluffy Chicken's down, and screw you, and that's going to allow Reed and Turbo to jump in front of him now. I believe Vendor as well, so now we got Vendor, Turbo, and Reed out front. Looking like Moto number 1 deja vu once again.
That that's my soul hurts now.
Oh my god, it hurts. It hurts watching somebody rooting for it just shit the bed sometimes. But you know,
it really does.
That's why we call that hill screw you, because it definitely is a big screw you if you fuck up that hill, going up that hill, especially in MX bikes. With these physics in this game, hills and bike do not mix.
Let's see if our man Turbo, though, can see if my pick can come shut the door on Reed, as he's not far behind him.
Yes, sir. He does have only about 2 seconds, it's looking like. Well, actually, no. Looking like about 4 or 5 seconds, I'd say.
But Reed, we know, has a tremendous amount of cuts, and Turbo is, you know, he's got a few himself.
Yes, sir.
It's still showing Fluffy in the lead by half a second.
Barely. It's these cuts coming into play, ladies and gentlemen. As we'll check in, we'll get a little helmet cam for the man Reed. Flying through.
I'm going to need BFC to put in the fastest laps of his life right now.
I agree. Turbo flying, trying to catch up to that West Side Racing KTM. He is putting in some work. Almost goes off the track, able to stay on it. Throws are a little fat. Where is Reed at? Reed's just in front of him. Big Fluffy Chicken just behind Turbo. Staying within those few seconds. Stay up in the second place spot. But Turbo is so close to making that pass on him. Just with these times, dude, if these guys just keep flying like they have been, we're just going to see Big Fluffy Chicken drop back down again, which breaks my heart, but...
I'm going to do a lap time check here quick.
All right, bet.
So our man Reed, his last lap was a 2:22, but his best lap of a 2:19 flat.
Okay.
And Big Fluffy, his best lap of a 2:18.4, but his last lap a 2:28.
Yep.
And our man Turbo,
I think Turbo might have went down over Screw You, or was that Vendor? That might have been Vendor. I think Vendor went down over Screw You.
But our man Turbo, a 2:13.9 as his last lap.
Woo. That man Turbo is putting in the work. He does not want to lose this Moto number 2 after getting screwed from the start. Had a great jump, but got hit with the red flag. And has still got to work his way through the pack like he always has to. Seems like he gets screwed off at every start, has to work his way back through the pack, but still sitting second on the track, but third in the standings behind Big Fluffy Chicken, who has almost 0 cuts. Has minimized his cuts and has been able to stay out front with these boys. Some of the fastest boys out front.
Turbo just made another little mistake. Didn't go down, but definitely ate up some time there.
Yes, sir.
But Reed is just putting on a clinic. He's almost half a track farther than these guys now.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's been putting on a charge, but as it looks like right now, Turbo has just barely squeaked in front of Big Fluffy Chicken now by 0.3 seconds, and is gonna be in the second place spot now officially. Well, I mean, he still has that third place spot. I believe Vendor has almost like 15 seconds of cuts. If you want to check that for me real quick.
Yes, I can.
I believe he's fucking buried. As Turbo goes down in the back of the pack now. He has to come off the track, or come from behind the track, and is now behind Vendor. But I mean, those cuts coming into play, Vendor still might be buried deep in the pack with these cuts, and still might be sitting in a 4th place spot, even if he makes these passes.
Vendor has 16 seconds of cuts.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking about 15 seconds, so. Holy. These cuts are just fucking nuts, go.
They really are. Try to get a count on Reed here again. So 3, 9, 10, 18, 19 seconds of cuts for our man Reed.
Yeah, but that means, oh wait, since Turbo went down and is battling with Vendor again, that means Big Fluffy Chicken's jumped back up.
Yes!
Big Fluffy Chicken's back in the second. As Vendor's down. Big Fluffy Chicken looking to steal it away. But Vendor is just a little too quick off the jump. Ooh, goes over like 4 different berms. And Big Fluffy Chicken's gonna have the jump up, screw you. Gonna have the inside. As they go dualies over the jump. Dualies once again. Vendor gets a great jump. Oh my god, as Vendor shoves Big Fluffy off the track. Pushes him to the side, gives him a little Barsha rub, and he's gonna go flying off the track. Vendor gonna hold onto that position. But still is in the standings behind Big Fluffy Chicken by 2 positions.
That's just unfortunate for our man vendor of that Reaper Doc team.
Yeah.
Trying to come out here, you know, he's riding really well. I mean, that push to Fluffy, you know, AMA may take a look at that.
Maybe didn't know he was there, but
right, you know, we'll definitely give him the benefit of the doubt. But a man's riding incredible. So these cuts, and we know these mans might have not even come off of the track.
Yep.
This track has a lot of problems.
Yep, I agree. It just might just be certain times, certain gates you miss just by a little bit of a smidge, and then that's gonna shoot you down.
But Reed 10 seconds ahead. That's just
already back out front by 10 seconds, even with these cuts. Turbo sitting in the second place once again. Big Fluffy Chicken just barely holding on to the third with Vendor out in front of him, trying to push that bike and gain back those 8 seconds he has. But Jenkins now in the 5th place spot as well. I didn't even see that. The Hustle Racing boys jumping up. Shout out Aaron, solidifying a top 5. That boy flying. Can we get a lap time check on Jenkins real quick?
Yes, sir. So his best lap of a 2:19.8, and his last lap was a 2:20.157.
All right. Hey, that man putting in the work. Shout out Jenkins of the Hustle Racing team. Threw a little hand up. I think he knows he's on the stream. I don't know. Beverage says this as well. I don't know how these guys could watch the stream while they're racing, dude. If I hear my name even get mentioned once, I start getting nervous.
I'm the same exact way. I'm lucky to stay on 2 wheels as it is. If I know that camera is on me, 100% of my skill that I thought I even had is out the window.
Yep, exactly. That's how I'm feeling. That's how I feel when I get locked in on it. If I hear my name, I'm like, obviously I'm not gonna be watching it while I'm racing, but if I'm listening to it and I hear them, bro, I start getting nervous because I'm like, oh, the camera's on me. So
it's the worst when the gate drops and you forget to either mute or take the stream off of one of the monitors, because that's happened to me lately. I'll have it muted, but out of the corner of my eye on one of my other monitors, I can see the stream up there, and I'll find myself looking at it. I'm just like, don't do that. Like, that is not good. Just don't do that.
Oh my god. But a good thing no cam is ever on me unless you are passing me, Go. Oh, that's crazy, bro. Viking calling you out.
Oh, man.
But we're coming in on these last 2 laps. We'll check through the standings one more time. Reed out front, Turbo in the 2nd place, Big Fluffy holding on to the 3rd, just in front of Vendor now. Jenkins right behind him, building for that top 3 position. We love to see it. Johnny of the Track Hazard Media team dropping down is going to be in the 6th place spot. Jimmy just behind him in the 7th was leading this race out front.
Oh, Jimmy just goes down.
Yep. Oh my god. All over, but where is Jenkins? Jenkins is right behind Big Fluffy now. Vendor must have went down. Vendor's back behind him. Jenkins now battling for the podium. Holy shit.
It's bittersweet for me because I want my man Big Fluffy Chicken up there, but it's also nice to get somebody new up in the booth.
Yes, sir. Exactly. I love to see the Hustle Racing boys, especially Jenkins, even though he's rocking some of the shittiest gear I've ever seen. But still rocking the 4th place spot, looking to steal away the 3rd from Big Fluffy. But Tracy Morgan in the chat telling him to pull it together for Vendor. He's got it, bro. He's so close. But it is still Big Fluffy Chicken and Jenkins battling it out for this last podium position. I don't know. Does Jenkins have any cuts?
Let's see here. Yes. He's got quite a few.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I was going to say, because he is building on Big Fluffy Chicken, but he's got, I believe, almost 10 seconds of cuts on him.
It's at least 10. Okay. 10 to 15.
Yep, that's what I was looking at.
But one thing I wanted to point out again quick, we did a little bit Moto 1, but our man T-Quail, with the amount of people that either retired or didn't start Moto 2, this man is still out there on the 125 holding it together.
Yes,
I can't let that go.
Yes, sir.
Shout out T-Quail with DJ Designs and my man DJ. Awesome team over there putting in the work as T-Quail's just wheeling down that start straight.
Love the Chincher. Love all of the DJ Designs boys. These boys always show out for us. So thank you to those boys, and shout out T-Quail for finishing out on the 125 in this last lap here. Oh, as we say that, he just tucks the front. All right.
Oh, man.
But we're checked back in with the leader of this race, Reed, sitting out front. Turbo only 6 seconds behind Reed now. been gaining time in this last lap, but it still might not be enough to catch up to him. As it is Big Fluffy Chicken, Jenkins, Vendor, and T-Quail sliding off to the side. Thank you, T-Quail. I hear that 125 just fucking.
Yeah, every once in a while I just hear the quick fucking. I'm like, what the hell? Is my headset broken? What the hell is going on?
That man T-Quail mixing gas and slapping ass. So. Love to see it.
Click the shell really quick for me.
Shell?
I just wanted to get it on stream. That man just cut the whole entire track. Like, he was just over by the Sky Shop and just cut all the way over to Screw You. So, in case I wanted that on stream really quick.
Okay. That makes sense. But, oh my God,
the moderator in me.
Turbo is just building on Reed right now. Holy cow. He's only got about a corner between them now. Turbo's got him in sight. But we're coming down in these last few corners of the race. And I don't think Turbo's going to have the gas to catch him. Unless we pray for another big mistake from the Westside Racing KTM.
So, wait, hold on. I am very Oh, I keep looking at the wrong monitor. I keep looking at the Twitch stream and it's behind. I'm like, at the same time Reed was going up Screw You, so it wasn't Turbo on my screen. So I was very confused.
No, you're good. But as we're coming in, Turbo is still almost gaining on him. He's only 3 seconds back with this last lap. Praying for a mistake in this last corner from Reed. But he is riding consistent as ever. He's going to jump through right away.
Like he takes it.
In this Moto number 2 is going to take away P1. Turbo having a great comeback race here in number 2. Turbo got it? Holy shit! Turbo took overall. Holy shit!
3.31 seconds.
Turbo takes the overall. Holy shit! I didn't even see it. Oh my God! And there he goes. Vendor is gonna pass Big Fluffy in the last seconds of this race too. Is it gonna be enough to get him with the cuts? Even though, let's see as Vendor crosses over. Big Fluffy Chicken's gonna steal it. Almost 15 seconds to cuts. Yeah, there was no way. Jenkins is gonna jump up to that 14th. In front of Vendor as well as Johnny. Vendor is just threw back behind to almost 6th place due to cuts. Oh my God, a little unlucky for the man. But holy shit, shout out Turbo, finishing her out. Didn't come in for his interview and is going to take home that first place spot in Moto number 2 and the overall.
Turbo better come into the booth for this moto. If not, I am imposing the penalty for skipping the interview.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're about to pull a Marshawn Lynch rule, bro. If you can come in here, but all you got to say is, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Right.
And there you go.
Some Kyle Busch shit going on.
Exactly. And Brandon Wolf's going to cross over for your 7th place spot, as it's looking like it's Dirt crossing over for the 8th. Jimmy, who has a little bit less cuts than that man, we'll have to see if he jumps up and takes away that 8th place spot away. So it looks like he is just barely not barely, 8 seconds. Gonna drop Dirt down to the 9th. Mango's gonna slide in for your last top 10 spot. Jay Soon in the 11th. Ernie Funk of the Zlo Designs team jumping into the 12th place spot. Shell 89 in the 13th. Fergs looking like he's going to finish her out in the 14th. And to round out the rest of your list, we got Sharp, T-Quail, Cam, and Trippa Snippa. And there we go. Great comeback race for that man, Turbo. Holy shit.
That's insane.
I was going to say, I can't even say.
When I first saw it, I thought my mind was just playing tricks on me. And then I just started yelling.
Oh my God. Big Fluffy Chicken coming in.
With the raid.
Appreciate you, my boy.
He did that to me. He did that to me the other day, and I didn't have raid alerts actually set up with anything. My stream just starts making noise. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that's how it usually goes. Shout out Big Fluffy coming in to raid. Your goat. But I'm glad you broke it. I was so close to sticking close to Turbo on cuts. Oh yeah, you were barely there. You almost had him, but
yeah, awesome ride from Big Fluffy Chicken, doing the most with what he has. Podium is nothing to be upset about in this class.
And then we'll get the boys up here. RMC McCarthy. And then, where's the other man? Where is he at? Big, fluffy chicken. Get these boys up in here.
I got a piss, don't drag me.
Yeah, I know. Well, I can't fucking drag him anyway, so.
I can.
Is he already in? Wait, where is he sitting?
He's not sitting anywhere that I see.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's why he said don't drag me. I can't drag him. That's why. I was waiting on it, but alright, I'm gonna get out of MX Bikes just so y'all don't gotta hear this background noise.
the fans.
Yeah.
Fans going wild at Unifucking Dilla, baby.
On God. But I was gonna say, there's that man Turbo.
And Big Fluffy.
And then we gotta wait on that man McCarthy to get in here. McCarthy, aka Reed, switching up the names on us.
he's been McCarthy in the Discord for pretty much ever, I think.
Shell needs to be banned, says Ferris Factory. Why is that, my boy? First message in here. Welcome to the stream, but
I'm pretty. That's why I wanted you to switch to him quick. Cut the whole track.
Yep. All right. That would make sense. That would make sense. All right.
So we ready to get Big Fluffy in here?
Yeah, I was gonna say we can pull him in here.
All right.
We'll get him up in here. We got the man, Big Fluffy Chicken, coming in for your 3rd place overall tonight at the Dilla. How are you feeling, my boy?
I'm feeling really, really, really good.
Hey, hey, dude. I mean, we're sitting out front with Reed for almost half that race, I want to say, but I mean, drop back just a little bit, and we're able to hang on from those cuts. What was the biggest? What was I gonna say? What was the biggest point for you today in the race? I should say.
Well, I'll talk about 2 things. First thing, I was absolutely fucking stoked to see Jamie running up front.
Yep.
Which was incredible. So that was a great start to the moto. And then the second time, late in the race, super late in the race, I caught back up to Vendor, and then I was moved off the track,
Yep,
unfortunately.
We did get that on stream. So.
But otherwise, I'm stoked. I rode really well. I usually don't ride that well in the more eroded motos, so
yeah.
I'm pleased.
But no, yeah, great ride overall, man. We're able to hang out front. I mean, yeah. Anything else you want to comment about the race?
I really hope that you ended up getting my skins in for the stream.
I did.
We did.
You did.
Nice.
You did get lit. You did get lit kid of the bike or lit kid of the night.
All right.
At least. I did say I love the come and go BFC bike. So.
I had to put the come and go back on for you guys.
Yes, sir. It's hard. I did like it. So, shout out, late kid of the night. whoa, yeah, pause. But late kid of the night, 3rd place overall on the podium, man. A great night. Congratulations once again. Yeah, man. I hope to see you up here again next week.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate
it. I got one question for you.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Was it fun?
It was. I was just gonna say it was fun.
All right.
I'm telling you.
There you go. All right, and then one more thing before you get out of here. Anybody you want to thank?
I'll thank myself for putting together a fire bike.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you gotta give yourself props.
Yes, sir. Shout out to BFC. But I mean, yeah. Is that all you got? Is that all you got to thank tonight?
Yeah, no, that's it. It's just me this week.
All right, sounds good, man. Well, appreciate you coming in here, and yeah, congratulations once again.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. You too.
Like his one and only sponsor, he's coming and going.
Yep. For sure. That is bars. But coming in with your 2nd place overall tonight, a little bit of a disappointing end to Moto number 2, but still up here in the podium. Reed, how are you feeling, my man?
Terrible. Got fucking lappers trying to race us, trying to get TV time. Fucking idiots.
Damn. All right. Damn. All right. Coming in here already heated. But, I mean, still a solid race from you out front. Got screwed in that first start. Got reset, luckily, and were able to hold on, stay out there. And, I mean, yeah, just barely got screwed by Turbo in the last few seconds coming in with those cuts. But, I mean, anything that was key in that Moto number 2?
There was no key to 2nd place. That was the worst. That was up there while Shugo for the worst I've ever ridden.
Damn. You sound depressed. Are you okay, my boy?
No.
God.
Fucking pissed off.
All right, fair enough.
If he wants to clout, it was Sharp. Fucking idiot. Nice job, Sharp. I didn't want the inside line. No, you're good, bro.
Damn. All right. Well, I mean, still another solid performance from you. Still gonna have to battle with Turbo in the position. Didn't get your 1-1 that you wanted tonight, but I mean, hey man, it's all right. I mean, anybody you want to thank?
No.
No.
I really like you. No.
Nobody. Absolutely no one.
No. No one.
All right. Sounds good, man. Well, congratulations once again.
One more moto. So I win one more moto, then I can get seconds.
All right. Sounds good, man. All right. Well, let's see you up here next week, and yeah, congratulations once again, my guy.
Thanks.
God, what a fucking Debbie Downer, bro.
I
God,
don't
you took second overall, bro. Why are you pissed, bro?
I didn't have to ask the question if he had fun. I think we all knew the answer to that one.
Yeah, I know, bro. Why you took second place in the moto, Reed? Like, why are you mad, bro? You like, come on, bro. He's so mad that he's not winning. All right, but coming in with the great finish in Moto number 2 to steal away the overall from that man Reed is Turbo Tim. How are you feeling, my guy?
I'm feeling a lot of mixed emotions, you know.
Yeah, that's that. I think that's how Reed was feeling too. So, but I mean, still a great ride in that Moto number 2. Moto 1 didn't really go how you wanted. Still were able to finish up in that second place spot, and I mean, jumping back from being buried in Moto number 2, had a great start in that first start of Moto number 2, and then got almost like basically screwed out of your start, and then got killed off the start once again in that second start, but we're able to jump back, able to fly up, steal away that podium position or that overall position, my man. I mean, anything you want to say about your ride tonight?
Nah, it was a terrible ride. I mean, I don't know how I did that second moto. I was making a whole bunch of mistakes after seeing Vendor Chicken. I forgot which one, but they were still 6 seconds on me.
Yeah.
When I was basically second on track, but not on the leaderboard. So I was pushing and kept making more mistakes, and then just let Reed get away. And then I think the last 3 laps, I kind of just put it all together and try to pull.
Yeah, you had some of the fastest lap times of the whole entire race within the last 3 laps. So we could definitely see you charging to, did you know how many cuts were in play for you guys, if you even thought you had a chance at the win?
I mean, after noticing it was, like I said, I forgot it was Vendor Chicken, but like after seeing they were still 6 seconds ahead of me, I was wondering how many cuts I had. And I'm pretty sure Reed had a bunch, because I wasn't that far back on the leaderboard, but I was pretty far back on track.
Yeah, Reed unfortunately had, probably towards the end there, over 20 seconds of cuts.
Yep.
And you had almost everybody had a decent chunk. So, it kind of evened it out for the most part, just who could get lucky and just get the least amount. And tonight, fortunately, was in your favor. We didn't even see, when you crossed the finish line, it took us a second to realize that you had even gotten the win. So,
yeah,
we were
I was
screaming.
not expecting that. I just sent it down the downhill right before the finish, just because I saw he got like 5 seconds, and I was like, damn it.
No, yeah, dude. That entire last lap, we were spectating you, and I was like, dude, Turbo is catching Reed. Like, he's flying. I saw you get within like one corner of him, and I was like, dude, he might have him. So, I was gonna say that was a great ride from you. Bounce back Moto number 2 to steal the overall away. I mean, anybody you want to thank?
Show Visuals.
Yeah.
SMXC. Kate. It's not Kate suspension anymore. It's Aero.
Okay.
Aero suspension, and definitely Miss B-Rod.
All right.
And Goat for saying that I was gonna get a penalty if I didn't join.
I'm
just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Thank you for coming in and giving some words. Just here so you don't get fined. Pulling a Marshawn Lynch. But, hey, appreciate you, my man. Thank you for coming in and giving us some words. And, yeah, congratulations on the overall.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Have a good night, man.
Yes, sir. Hope to see you up here next week.
I will. Trust me.
Sounds good. All right. Sounds good, my brother. Have a good one.
All right. You too.
Yes, sir. There he goes. And that's gonna round out your night here for the East Coast Dirtbags Racing League Series. Round number 9 at DILLA. I mean,
the mixed emotions between them three men.
We had Big Fluffy Chicken, who was ecstatic that he was up there. He was having a great time. Yep, he's in the chat. Hey, I had fun. He had a great time. See, Big Fluffy Chicken had a good time. Reed is pissed the fuck off. and Turbo is like he's in between them.
Yeah, like the spectrum of just happiness to
And then Viking coming in. Coming in with the gifted subs. 5 already.
Shout
my
out
God.
Viking, what a G.
We already got 3 people coming in with the 5 gifted. You guys are awesome. I want to shout you guys out once more. We got Viking who came in. Appreciate you for the 5. Well, 6 gifted now. McStovepipe with the 5 and Cooley with the 5. These boys are always in here dropping them. So I don't know. That y'all keep going band for band with each other in our chat, and it's funny. So, W Viking, W Cooley, and W McStovepipe. Shout out those boys. Y'all are fucking awesome. But and then yes, one more time. Congratulations to the boys, Big Fluffy Chicken, Turbo, and Reed finishing her out in the top 3 tonight. Not really any different from what we're used to, but still some great races out here tonight. I was actually excited for Moto number 2 because there was a lot going on.
Yeah, Moto 2, it definitely exceeded my expectations for tonight. We always know it's going to be good racing here in ECDB. We pride ourselves on typically most guys being pretty clean, good racing. But Moto 2 was just wild. I know all the riders, I've already seen it in the Discord quite a bit of saying basically, fuck you to DILLA. But that was probably some of the best racing of the A-Class this year.
Yes, sir. That was probably some of our best riding, even if it was a little bit of a shitty track, shitty ride from everybody else. But I mean, still made for a great race. So I enjoyed it. I think you enjoyed it, Go, and I think
definitely. Yes, definitely. I had an absolute blast.
Big L to DILLA. Yes, can I get L's in the chat for DILLA? DILLA is not a fun track, even though Big Fluffy Chicken says he had fun. I think he's lying. I think he might be lying just a little bit.
Oh man, it just blows my mind. I was at DILLA this year. I haven't missed a DILLA race and I don't even know when. This track was nowhere near this rough in real life. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't either. Big Fluffy Chicken says W DILLA ? He loves it. He loves it. But hey, man, thank you. But we'll start to round out the stream here a little bit. W Shifty in the chat. Yes, shout out W Shifty as well for coming in. Go.
Yep.
Hey, bets didn't hit. Headset didn't go off. So.
Damn it.
I was gonna say, but hey, thank you, Go, for coming in, filling in for Bev's shoes. I know it's a big job to fill in for, so I appreciate you coming in and stepping up like McStovepipe did. Did a great job.
Thank you. No, I appreciate the offer. It is a great time to be in here with you, with everybody here. It's as much. I have more fun streaming now than I do even racing at this point.
Yep.
But it did remind me how much I love being a co-commentator with not having to actually run the stream.
Yep.
It was way more fun this time.
Yeah, dude, you don't gotta have to worry about any of the stress of anything else, bro. So.
I know it's like such a job when you're streaming it yourself. But man, I had a whole chicken sandwich and mozzarella sticks during this whole race.
Yeah, dude.
I've just been back here chilling.
Fucking lucky ass motherfucker been eating the entire time. But hey, thank you once again. I appreciate you for coming in and giving us a little bit of commentation, coming in, being my co-pilot for tonight. I'll hit you with a little cheers too. We'll take a little ripski to finish off the stream as well, since we didn't get a ripski in the chat tonight, which I was kind of surprised about. So we'll do a little ripski.
It got to the point I was about to redeem one a second ago, but man, I'm saving up for final again. Same as every year. I hope you don't have any plans next Tuesday or the Tuesday after the final race.
I don't know, bro. We'll have to see, bro. But we'll take this quick ripski. Get this out the way before we end the stream out.
But let's see. I don't know if you have any songs already picked out, Jake. But let's see what the chat wants to bang out to on the way out of here.
100%. I was gonna say, if you wanted to choose, you are more than open to choose, since you are the guest on the stream tonight. But
and that's probably one of my things I hate the most about stream is trying to figure out what songs to play, because I am so indecisive, and I've hit my head one too many times and can never remember. Like, I'll hear a banger in my truck, then I'll get home and like, I don't know what that song was.
Yeah, no, I get you 100%. We got
Cam with the Creed.
Creed.
Play something soft so Reed can cry to it.
Reed. Yeah,
Oh man.
That's crazy sharp. Oh my god. Let's think. Okay, we gotta think. So Creed, we got Creed, we got XO Jimmy. Who else is in there? I don't know what else. We got Jimmy, Creed. I think we got a lot of Creed, which I mean it's just Cam spamming
Cam.
Creed over and over. Hello by OMFG. Oh my god, bro. Hold up. All right, we'll go with some Creed then.
That works. I'm good with that.
All right. What do you want? Do you want Arms Wide Open, One Last Breath, Higher, My Sacrifice, My Own Prison? What are we feeling? Somebody said My Own Prison in the chat. That was Shifty.
I'm good with that then.
Hallucinate by Dua Lipa. Big Fluffy, what are you... Where did the Dua Lipa come from? I didn't know you were a big Dua Lipa fan, Big Fluffy.
I've been waiting for somebody to just spam like Beethoven or some shit in there one time when you do this.
Yeah, fucking gonna make me play Symphony No. 4.
So speaking of music, I do have a question. I know a Mambo No. 5. Is there a Mambo No. 4?
Yeah, there is. I'm pretty sure there actually is.
Is there really?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mambo No. 5. But Falling in Reverse is crazy, Cam. Falling in Reverse? Ronnie Radke? Come on, bruh. Not falling. So why do good girls like bad guys? Fucking crazy.
Funeral music for Reed's career.
Holy shit, dude.
God damn.
Everybody's
Sathi wonders why everybody hates him.
Yeah, that makes he does get under people's skin pretty often. I can attest to that. But song where Jack floats at the bottom of the sea with the Titanic sinks. You just want the Titanic song? Hold on. Okay, so we're gonna go with Creed. We'll go with Creed. And I saw My Own Prison first, so we're gonna go with My Own Prison. But we'll close it out, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate all of you for tuning into the stream tonight. Thank you once again to Goat for being in here with the booth. Absolute Goat as always.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, I mean, if you guys are smoking with me, make sure you guys take a little ripski. If not, make sure you guys stay hydrated, stay lifted, all that good shit. And yeah, guys, deuces.
Peace out.
Silence now, the sound, my breath, the only emotion around. Demons cluttering around, my face showing no emotion. Shackled by my sentence, expecting no return. Here there is no penance, my skin begins to burn. So I held my head up high, hiding hate that burns inside. Don't infuse their selfish pride. All held captive out from the sun that shines on only some. We don't make our own one. I hear a thunder in the distance, see a vision of a cross. I feel the pain that was given on a sad day of loss. A lion rolls in the darkness, only he holds the key. A light to free me from my burden.